Hey everybody, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 21st of March and we are now live in New York session over here, so let's get started. So as we can see here that this 30-minute candle is about to close in like 2 minutes, but this candle is coming down, broke the low of this over here, and it can potentially move down in the last 2 minutes. I have seen this happening in GBP/JPY so many times, so this can happen over here again. So I'll not be surprised to see that. But if this candle closes like this with the little bit of rejection to the downside and the next candle goes up and break the low, then obviously that will be a nice idea to take this trade. But yeah, that totally depends on how much range we are gonna have in this area, because the thing is we have rejections starting from this area, so market can possibly come down, reject this area, and go up from this area. So that's where we have to look. Okay, so let's start with the weekly over here. Okay, let's just go to the monthly first. So as I have told everybody that the monthly will be moving up to fill these wicks over here, and we know that it will be coming up to at least this level. So according to me, GBP/JPY original trend or long-term trend is bullish. And after the monthly, let's go to the weekly over here and let's talk about weekly now. Let's zoom in a little bit. So by looking at the weekly, the previous week candle closes above the bodies of the previous high over here, right? And so this candle has closed above that area, and today is first day of the week. So I think what market doing right now is it's creating some sort of lower wick, and then it will be going up from this level over here, because this is a very strong level of support now. It was previously a resistance, but now it's a support. And if we zoom in a little bit more, then let's draw some areas over here. So this is a very strong level of support. So why I'm not marking these areas over here, the reason is once we have this weak candle flips up, break its own high and the previous candle's high, it will be going up to fill this wick, and that means we can move up in this area over here. And once we break above 158, then it will be definitely moving all the way up from here. Like this is also around 70 pips of range, so the range is also very good, and we have clean range to the left as well, this wick to fill. So the ranges are pretty good because we are talking about weekly, so ranges will be big. And after the daily, after the weekly, let's move to the daily. So Friday's candle over here closed like a strong bullish. Also it closed by creating a support as well, right? So basically there is a support down over here, and if we look at the left, then we have a resistance area up over here as well. So if we see this candle flipping up, then this will be the area we should be looking for. So after the daily, let's move to the 4-hour. By looking at the 4-hour, I can clearly say that this is just a retracement happening in GBP/JPY. After this retracement, look, this retracement can be happening in the market till this point. So the market can easily come in this area and then it can reject this area over here, or any rejection wick to the left. But I personally think that market will be coming in 156.450, somewhere around this area. So but yes, below this area there will be sells coming up, but if the market stays above that area, then I don't think there will be any problem in buy. But obviously I cannot take sells over here. So after the 4-hour, let's move to the 1-hour over here. So by looking at the 1 hour, we have this clean range. Okay, and first of all, we saw this rejection over here. Market went down, filled out these wicks a little bit, then it went up, and this was the last candle, tabbed in this area. Like, these were the candles, but this was the candle from where the market started to go down, right? So that's why I'm calling this candle is the last candle. So this was the candle, it went up, tested this rejection wick, but failed to stabilize above that area or break above that wick, and it just closed bearish, right? So by looking at that candle closing bearish, by checking this resistance, these two candles did the same thing, but none of these candles broke above this high, right? So that's wait a second. Okay, so this candle is coming down, and I think there was no range. Yeah, there's no range. I don't like this thing. Okay, anyways, so when this was the last candle over here, it just went in this area last time and did went down, and then we had a indecision candle over here. Like, the market didn't know whether to go up or down, and then finally the current 1 hour candle broke the low of the previous one, filled this rejection area or wick, and it's coming all the way down, right? So now we have to see what will be the point where the market's gonna go down towards to. So first of all, I'm gonna draw a area of resistance over here, right? So market came down below this area, then rejection, then we have a indecision candle, then we have a continuation candle to the downside. So according to me, this is just a retracement happening within the trend move. Hey Nishil, how are you, buddy? So now we have marked our area of resistance, right? So we need to mark our area of support as well. So where the market can possibly come down towards. So we have to look at the left, then we see this area over here, right? So this is the area where the market can possibly tap and reject, and below this area we have this clean range, but the range is not enough, as this is just a 12.4 pips of range. So I don't like this range over here. I think better sells will be below this area. Wick fills will be there. Yeah, market will be really good. Or there could be a sell over here in this area. Yeah. But as we know that this is just a retracement move for now, at least for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the 4 hour, and I'm gonna drop a line over here. I'm gonna give it a different color, visibility, textile. I'm gonna give it a pink color over here, and visibility, daily, weekly, actually not daily, minutes. So now we know that this is a very, very strong area over here, right? Because this is a 4 hour support. Left 20. So now we know that this is a 4 hour support over here, and if we have a close below this area, then definitely we're gonna move down. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that only. So for a little bit. Okay, so now let's talk about 30 minutes over here. Look here. Now this candle went down, checked out these areas over here. These are the strong rejection zones, and now the market is rejecting this area. So what will be the confirmations whether the market is ready to move up or something like that? Because I'm personally looking for buys in GBP/JPY, because I don't think that the sell is gonna work over here. Because for me, this coming down of the weekly candle is just a retracement, and then it will be flipping up, break its own high, move up to fill these wicks on the left. So that's what I think. Because if the market starts to go more down, then there will be momentum coming in the market, and maybe a temporary bearish trend will be starting for 1 or 2 days in GBP/JPY, and after that it will be rejecting the lower prices, and we are gonna see a huge wick rejection to the downside and closing of this weekly candle above this area. So that thing can also happen, because when the market last time tapped in these rejection areas over here, look, it just went all the way down. But if the market has came back inside this range, then that means something has changed in the market, right? That's why the market has shifted from bears to bulls. So after the weekly, yeah, we were talking about 30 minutes over here. So let's see what 30 minute tells us. So basically we need to look at the left. So the recent support was over here, right? And style should be yellow. Okay, so this was the support level over here. This candle closed below that support, but the thing is, this candle closed a little bit lower than our desired entry level. So what we need to do is we need to wait for a candle to close bullish, and if we have a candle closing bullish and then we have a basically sub resistance formation in this area, then yes, then we can take the trade. Otherwise we have to wait for the market to flip back up. Also we have this rejection area over here, so up above in this area we have also rejection. So right now nothing in GBP/JPY, and if I have to mark a area of support over here as well, then I need to look in the 15 minutes. Yeah, we have a support level down over here. So basically this is a very strong level of support, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this support over here in this area. So now what I want to see is, I want to see a movement like this for sells, and for buys I need to see a movement like this. So that this will become a fake out, and we have a continuation move to the upside. But for now, nothing is happening. So now let's talk about our buying bias over here. So we know that we have these wicks over here, right? We have these wicks over here. Once the market flips back up, first of all it's gonna fill out these wicks. That will be the first convo, and the second confirmation will be above this area. It will be filling up these wicks, even though the range is not there, but once it starts to go up in momentum, it will be breaking above these wicks, and it will be filling up all these wicks rejections. So yeah, I'm not gonna mark these areas now because I want the market to go up above this area first, and then I'm gonna mark the areas. So after talking about GBP JPY, let's move to the GBP USD. Clearly GBP JPY monthly time frame is just bearish. No questions in that, or no doubts in that, because this candle just went down. We have clean range to the left. This candle is now rejecting the lower prices. It's going back up, and it will be coming down to fill its own wick. That's what I think, because the trend of the market is totally bearish. After the monthly, let's talk about weekly. And the weekly time frame, what was the logic behind sell of AUD JPY? Okay, that was a really nice question, Nishal. Basically the logic behind AUD JPY was imbalance of the market. Imbalance of the market, there were many reasons. Let me just show you. There should be AUD JPY, Australian dollar, and JPY over here. Let's talk about GBP/USD later. First of all, I'm gonna explain to you why that happens. So let's move to the weekly over here. Look, so the main logic behind AUD JPY was, and let me just open RSI as well. Okay, so basically what was happening, look, I was looking at the weekly time frame of AUD JPY, and when I looked at the weekly, I saw the market broke above this high over here, right? This high over here, and the market just broke above. So I wasn't looking at this time frame like it was a weekly time frame. I was just looking at this time frame on the basis of the candles only, right? The way we look at the 1 minute or 5 minute, I wasn't thinking that this is a weekly, right? So when I saw this move over here, there was something came into my mind that okay, this is an imbalance in the market. Why I thought that? Let me just remove this RSI. I'm gonna explain it later. So why I thought that? Because you know, when we have this move happened over here, we always have a POI formation. So this was the POI over here. So that's why this thought came into my mind that okay, so this is the first day of the week, and by starting of the week, this candle was moving up first. This candle was moving up, not coming down. So then another thing came into my mind that okay, so candle has to create a lower wick. So first of all, my first idea was it should be coming back to the POI. So that will be a temporary sells in the AUD JPY, right? So the temporary sells will be the trend, number one. Number second thing is that the candle was moving up first. It wasn't moving down. It wasn't really moving down. It just created a little bit of wick to the downside. So I knew that in order to move up, the market has to balance all this move over here, the way it just went up. So market has to balance that, right? So the second idea was that okay, market should be balancing the market. So AUD JPY should be balancing the market. So there should be a balancing move. So that's why I just took sells over here, and by looking all the time frames, like let me just on that RSI as well, and when I looked at the 4 hour, it was above 70. It was above 70. There was imbalance. The market has to create a lower wick as well. The market has to go to the POI as well. So all these things together told me that okay, so the market gonna move down at least 10 to 20 to 30 pips at least, because we were talking about the weekly, right? So that's where I send out this signal over here, and the same thing was happening in USD JPY as well. So I have also took a sell in USD JPY as well in all my accounts, and it's running in profits right now. So yeah, these were the two currencies in which I just saw this thing. Basically, I traded like this only in my past, few years. I have been trading like this only, and it worked really well. It's just that in this particular strategy, we don't or we cannot use stop losses. So that's why this is not a part of the course or anything or any knowledge. I don't give any knowledge on this to anybody, because this is quite risky as well. That's why I mentioned, do not get greedy and just choose your lot size according to your account size. So yeah, this was the logic behind this trade. I hope this will help you and you got something in this one. So did you took the trade over here in AUD JPY? Okay, so if we talk about GPUSD over here, then there was a support down over here, right? And market broke below the support. The previous week candle was a bullish candle, but it closed below that area. Now the current week's candle is going down by creating a little of a higher wick. Okay, so it just tapped this area rejection to the left, and now it's coming down, right? So sorry, if that will be the case, then I think market will be coming down in this area for sure, and that will be really soon, because now the market should be gaining some momentum in the last few days of the month. So yeah, so after the weekly, let's talk about the daily as well. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So we were having a strong area of resistance over here in the daily, and market did went down from that area, created a support over here, created a support. It went up that in that area again. It rejected. Now the current daily candle is moving down by rejecting this area, right? So look, this was a deep rejection. Now this rejection was lower than this rejection, and now this particular finally rejection is lower than all the two rejections over here, right? So we can say that yes, now the market is flipping back down, but the problem is these areas. So these areas are very strong, but obviously the market is in a sell trend. So whenever there will be volume, these wicks will get filled. That means we are talking that the current daily candle can fill this wick first, and then by breaking the low, it will be filling this wick, and by breaking this low, it will be coming back down to this area. So I think that can happen in GBPUSD. But for that, to be very sure, we are looking for the lower time frames as well, so no issues in that. Okay, so let's talk about 4 hour now. So basically 4 hour, it just looks confusing. Okay, so let's just mark our areas of resistance, area of support, oh, the range is good, area of support, So after the 4 hour, let's move to the 1 hour. Okay, so we have this rejection wick over here, and we have this clean area as well. This could be really nice trade over here. Yeah, because the market just tested this area, then it tested this area. Now this candle broke the low. It should be continue moving down. But the problem is now we don't have proper range. Okay, so I'm gonna just watch the 30 minutes. Oh, really nice. Looks really nice over here. So what I can do is I think I can take sells once the market breaks below this area. So this is the 5-minute candle going up. Yeah, I think that will be a nice idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just mark areas over here. So this was a strong area of resistance and supports. Now basically we have this clean range to the left, and I'm assuming that the market will be moving down in this area. Yeah, because now the market is filling all the wicks over here. So this wick just got filled. So basically what's happening is market went down, created some sort of rejection area and rejection area over here as well. This market went up in that rejection area but rejected. Now it came down, also it created another one. So the previous candle did broke that area. Now the current candle did broke that area as well. So all things are pointing towards that the market will be moving down, but obviously how and when, that's a real question. So that's why I have gone into the 5 minutes over here, because if the market breaks below this wick in the current 5-minute candle, it should be going all the way down, and I'm gonna be ready for a buy or for a sell trade. Okay, so I need 7. Okay, 10. Yeah, I really think it will be moving down. Let's have a look at the news as well. So GBP USD is coming down now. 3 minutes left for the current candle to close, and I think it should be coming down. So once this candle breaks the low of the previous 5-minute candle, I'm gonna take a sell trade because we have some range left over here, and I think that will be a nice idea. Oh, 2 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close as well. Okay. 1 hour candle will be closing at that point as well. Okay, I took a sell trade over here in this area, keeping stops at high of the 30 minutes. Which is coming out to be 9.2 pips. Short position, took over here. Stops. TP. Why I took this trade? The reason is this 5-minute candle broke the low of the previous one. Still got 1 minute left over here, so this candle can go down, fill this wick of the previous candle, and continue to move down a little bit in the last 1 minute. So that's why. Sorry. So it has filled out this wick. Now I need this candle to maintain its price below this wick over here. In the last 20 seconds, I want this candle to do that. Also, I'm gonna look at the 30-minute candle as well, because if this candle closes with no wick on the bottom, then next candle can be a disastrous candle. Oh fuck, it just closed with no wick. That's bad. So I'm gonna close everything if it comes back to break even. Okay, I'm gonna keep my stops at break even now. Because I don't trust the no wick candles. Yeah, so now everything depends upon the volume. If there will be volume, then this candle will be moving down without retracing, but if there will be no volume, then it will be hitting the break even and take me out of the market. But that's totally fine for me because I'm already ready for that. The reason is why I'm ready for that, because the previous candle closed with no wick, and that I don't like. So if there will be volume, then we are gonna have another 5-minute candle dropping down. Let's look at the left. Yeah, so we have this clean range, so this range has to fill up. So for that, this candle has to flip back down, and that will be a really nice thing, because at that point this candle has already created a higher wick, and now it will be not be going up again. So in that case, yeah, it's dropping now, running in 4 pips over here. 4.6. Yeah, this candle should be a nice drop down candle in this area. So now we are not expecting the market to move up, but if that happens, that will only happen because of the previous candle close with no wick. Now what's the good part is? Good part is that this 30-minute candle has created a higher wick. So if that will be the case, and if the market is really dropping down, then this candle should be a big candle going down, which will 6 pips running up. Nice. 7 pips. Nice, really nice. 7.8. I'm gonna close 80% at 10 pips. 9.1. So 9.1 pips tabbed in the market. And now it should be dropping over here because it just broke this low as well. It should be dropping down in this area for sure. So I have kept my stop loss above the current candle's high. Oh, it's rejecting. It's rejecting. Let's see where this 5-minute candle closes. Now the next 5-minute candle can retrace back up a little bit, so I think I should be closing at least some part of the position. I think I should be closing 50%. Once this candle closes. Okay, this candle closed over here, and this candle will be coming down first a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is having 54 minutes left. Yeah, I think this 1 hour candle will be going down to fill these wicks. These wicks will get filled. And after that, it will be coming in this area. But to do all these things, it really needs to have some volume. Yeah. Sorry. it's rejecting. Still running in 6 pips. Yeah, the volume is just not there in the market. Very low volume. But according to me, candle should fill this clean range over here. Because it broke below this area, and this was a rejection area, so it should maintain its price below this area. Oh, nice. 8.2 pips again. 8.7. Closed 50% at 9 pips. Oh, 10 pips over here. Congratulations everybody who just made some profits in this trade. So I have closed 50% at 9 pips. I'm gonna close another few percentage at 10 pips. So now just running with 10% of the size. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm gonna leave this runner running, and I'm gonna extend my TP down towards this area. Oh, basically not in this area. I'm gonna look at the 4-hour now. If I extend my TP, then this should be the point. 1.30970. 1.30. Oh, that's down. 30970. This area over here. Okay, so perfect. I'm gonna close last position over here, and I'm gonna leave the rest of the runner over here. Sorry. So yeah, this is the TP over here. This is totally based on the one on the daily time frame. So TP is 1.30970. 1.30970. Yeah, so that was the trade for Monday. Not gonna trade another setup because today is Monday and I don't see very much volume in the market right now. So I'm gonna just call it a day over here. So take care, everybody. Have a great day. And also, if you made profits in this trade or in AUDJPY, the signal I sent on IG, then just call it a day and enjoy these profits. Because the thing is, volume might be a problem for today. So yeah, that's it. Because this trade was based on luck. By why I'm saying this, by luck and by analysis you can say. But the thing is, when this candle closed with no wick, I could have closed everything on break at few pips, like 2 pips. But I played a gamble over here by placing my stops at break even. So the market just went really close to my stops. It just went close like 1 pip, just 1 pip close to my stop. So if it hit my stops, then I would be out of the trade and with nothing to lose. I was losing nothing and I was gaining nothing, right? But the market gave me respect and it just went down from that area only, and that gave me my 10 pips. So these are the few things which tells you that volume might be some problem in the market, and today the market can really be difficult. So if you made something, if you want something, then just respect that and stay out of the market after that. So yeah, so take care everyone, have a great day. Let's meet tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Indian time. So take care everybody.